This class is for BSc third year and it is from the Unit 1. So let's see first to the introduction. What is pharyngitis all about? Pharyngitis is commonly known as sore throat. Okay, so this sore throat is very common, especially during winter season. Okay, and most people will have at least 2 or 3 every year. Okay, so 2 or 3 episodes it is commonly found in in each individual in one particular year. So they are most common among the children and the teenagers. Why? Because their immune system is very low. Therefore, there is chances for the infection to occur. And mostly this pharyngitis is not a serious condition, and it can it will heal or it will pass within 3 to 7 days without the need for any medical treatment. Now coming to the definition, pharyngitis is the acute inflammation of the pharynx. It is also known as sore throat. A sore throat is normally a symptom of bacterial or viral infection. So whenever there is an infection because of bacteria or virus or any fungal infection also, one of the common silent symptoms is the sore throat. Okay, so it is a normal symptom of bacterial and viral infection, just like the common cold. Okay, so this is about the pharyngitis. Now, in pharyngitis, there are 2 types. One is acute and one is chronic. Okay, so in acute pharyngitis, it is a sudden onset. It occurs for a short duration of time, and the condition is purulent or ulcerative. So there will be pus collection and ulcers formation will also take place. Next, second type is chronic pharyngitis. Okay, gradual onset, meaning that if it will take place slowly, gradually, and if acute pharyngitis is not being treated properly, then it can lead to chronic pharyngitis. And this is for a longer duration. It can take months or years, and it is due to persistent inflammation of the pharynx. So this is about acute pharyngitis and chronic pharyngitis. Okay, so you can see in this picture. Okay, so you see this is the tonsils. Okay, and the area is all edematous and redness, and there is swelling also. And you can see here also there is some nodules which are present. Okay, so this is called pharyngitis. What are the causes? So like I said, bacteria, virus and fungus. So let us see which are the microorganisms of bacteria that causes pharyngitis. These are as follows. So number 1 is the Corynebacterium diphtheria. Okay, so this bacteria is also a common causative organism for pharyngitis. Streptococcus is also another bacteria which causes bacterial pharyngitis. So you can see here in this picture, this is a streptococcal pharyngitis. Okay, in this condition, you'll be seeing like white patches on the tonsils area. Okay, so this is called streptococcal pharyngitis. Now coming to virus. So virus also, there are many viruses that can cause pharyngitis, and these are herpes simplex virus, adenovirus, influenza virus, cytomegalovirus, and Coxsackie virus. So these are some of the viruses that can cause pharyngitis. And you can see here there are no white patches on the tonsils, but the whole area, okay, they are red in color, okay, and they are inflamed, and there is slight swelling over the area. So this is viral pharyngitis and this is bacterial pharyngitis. And the last cause is fungus, okay, such as Candida albicans. So this is one of the main cause for these are also one of the cause for pharyngitis. Now coming to the pathophysiology, due to the cause can be bacteria or virus or fungi. Okay, and if these bacteria or virus or fungi, they will go into the pharynx gland mucosa. They will try to invade into the gland mucosa of the pharynx. Okay, so they will go and settle down either the bacteria or virus or the fungi, whichever microorganism, they will go and settle down in the pharynx gland mucosa. Okay, now when these antigens, they go and settle down in those areas, what happens is the antibodies. Okay, our antibodies, they become active and they go and attack the antigens. So there is an antigen-antibody reaction, and when this reaction takes place, the chemical mediators of inflammation like histamine, prostaglandin, serotonin, so these will be released, and they will cause inflammation of the pharynx. Therefore, the pharynx will be swelling, there will be redness, okay, and there will be pus collection, and as well as white patches and ulcers formation in the pharynx. So this is the pathophysiology of pharyngitis. Now coming to the clinical manifestation, patient will have fever, difficulty in swallowing, pain while swallowing, okay, sore throat, red pharyngeal membrane and tonsils. These cervical lymph nodes will be enlarged and tender, so there will be swelling of the cervical lymph nodes, and patient will have cough and rhinitis, that is common cold. Okay, so patient will be having nasal block, congestions, and difficulty in breathing because of the blockage from the nose. Therefore, patient has to breathe from the mouth. So these are some of the signs and symptoms of pharyngitis. Now coming to the diagnostic evaluation or the diagnostic test. So first is the physical examination. Okay, so head to toe physical examination is very important. Okay, we will have to tell the patient to open the mouth, and you have to check the area of the pharynx and the tonsils. Okay, whether there are any white patches or is there any redness or swelling of the tonsils. Next, history collection. This is very important. Any chances of allergies or any previous infection with herpes simplex or any bacteria, streptococcal infection, okay, in the past, or any previous surgeries or any allergies. So these all has to be taken from the patient. Next, coming to the throat culture. Throat culture is important so that we will able to know which is the causative organism. It can be bacteria, virus, or fungus. Next, CBC test is done to check the WBC count, the platelets, hemoglobin. Next, ELISA test can also be performed, and nasal swabs. Okay, in case of rhinitis, because of the congestion, therefore nasal swabs can also be performed. Coming to the complications, so pharyngitis not only affects the throat area, but it has an impact on all the parts of the body. That is, the infection can spread to the ears, okay, to the ears, and causes otitis media. It can cause mastoiditis, inflammation of the mastoid process. Then sinusitis. It can the infection can transmit to the nasal mucosa. So there will be inflammation of the nasal mucosa, that is sinusitis. And the sinuses also will be inflamed, and that is called sinusitis. Next, patient will also be having complication, that is acute rheumatic fever, and also cellulitis, which is the inflammation of the skin. Okay, so these are some of the complications of pharyngitis. Now coming to the medical management. Okay, so to reduce the infection, we will give antibiotics such as azithromycin tablets. Then to reduce the inflammation, anti-inflammatory agents like corticosteroids, prednisolone, betamethasone injections can be given. Analgesics to relieve the pain while swallowing. So ibuprofen or NSAIDs like Voveron, ibuprofen can be given to the patient. Antihistamine, any allergic reaction, so levocetirizine can be given to the patient. Since patient will be having cough, so antitussive medications can be given to the patient like syrup, codeine. Encourage the patient to drink lots of warm fluids, and if patient is having nasal congestion because of common cold, so we can give Otrivin nasal drops that will help to relieve the congestion, the nasal congestion. So these are some of the medical management we will be given to the patient. Next, coming to the nursing management. So first, we have to advise the patient to gargle daily with warm saline water or with salt water. Okay, encourage for hand hygiene after coughing, after sneezing. Okay, so we have to tell the patient to wash their hands, use handkerchief, or wear mask, then drink plenty of warm fluids, avoid contact with others until the fever subsides, and teach the patient about self-care, how to maintain personal hygiene, okay, how to stay away from others while having this infection, avoid sharing of utensils, avoid sharing of glass, spoons, plates, etc. So these are some of the management, these are some of the measures that the nurse has to follow. So that we have come to the end of the topic. So today we have done about the introduction. What is pharyngitis all about? It is the inflammation of the pharynx. Okay, and it is also known as sore throat. So it is more common in children and teenagers because of their low immunity. Okay, so there are two types of pharyngitis. One is acute and one is chronic. Acute meaning for a short period of time, it can be in days or weeks. And chronic pharyngitis, it takes place for a longer duration than the months. Uh, the causes can be bacteria, virus, or fungus. And you can see the picture between the bacteria and the virus pharyngitis. Okay. Next, coming to the pathophysiology, then signs and symptoms. Okay, fever, sore throat, cough, rhinitis, enlarged cervical lymph nodes, and redness of the tonsils and the pharyngeal membranes. These are some of the clinical manifestations. Okay, so we have come to the end of the topic today. I hope you've understood. Thank you.